everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a grocery haul video. It's not anything super exciting and it's not really anything related to endometriosis. I just wanted to do a grocery haul because I always talk to myself when I put my grocery haul in the fridge as if I'm doing a video, so I thought why not actually do one. So I'm going to show you everything that I got today and then how much it will cost me at the end for what I've got, and then I'm going to take you through some of the things that I'm going to make with everything that I've got today. So first off, I start with my vegetable drawer. I've got all my vegetables in a bag down here, but I've got some things that have been left over from the previous time that we did this. My fridge is looking in a very sorry state at the moment. There's basically nothing in there, so the only things I have is butter and half a tin of baked beans, I think. So yeah, so it's not very exciting. And then I have my first shopping bag. So in here is all of my vegetable stuff. So I've got another cucumber because I go through cucumbers really quickly. There's probably going to be an innuendo joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to go with it. Some celery. I've also got a leek. I'm going to be making a chicken pie tomorrow with my partner. And I know that I'm only going to use part of it, so the other part of the leek I can use with some potatoes that might be going funny in my drawer or in my cupboard, and make a leek and potato soup. I've got some more spring onions because I love them in salads and just garnish on top. I've got some classic round tomatoes. And I really like this. Sainsbury's do like an imperfectly tasty range, and it's all the stuff that doesn't meet the perfect requirements of things like vegetables and fruits that they put out on the market. And it's just a bag of the apparently imperfect stuff, and they're great. So I've got a pack of peppers here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 peppers. I don't need massive ones, and it was £1 for this bag of peppers, whereas if I got 3 peppers of the perfect range, it would be about £1.70. I know who's winning. I also got 1 large avocado, which is literally at the moment, it's on a Aldi price match, I think, 75p or something like that, and it's literally only like 5p more than a medium avocado. So, and the medium's like half the size, so I got one of those. I got 3 small red onions because I like to put them in things like salads. I got 2 yellow onions and a broccoli. So that is all my veg drawer. So that's one bag done. My next bag is this one, and this has got all of like my meats and things, meats and cheese is in this bag. So here, I've just got some J. James and Family Wafer Thin ham slices just to go in stuff like sandwiches, just so I can have some sandwiches. It's just a pack of 6. And it's a bit nicer than just the wafer thin ham, but I got this one because I was thinking of having steak night, and then I had a look at steak night, and it was, I think, maybe like £4.50 for 1 steak, and I was like, so we're having chips. We needed chips anyway, so I thought, well, why don't we have ham, egg and chips? I forgot to get eggs. Why don't we have ham, egg and chips? So I just got some nice ham, egg and chips. Big old block of cheese. I use the Mary Ann's Dairy. It's a 900 gram pack of cheese, but this lasts us for about a week and a half because we love cheese far too much, and that's probably why I'm chunky. But we got this, why does it say the 25th of January? Oh, it's probably next year. So we got this, I got this cheese, and this is only £3.99 for a massive block of cheese. And it's actually really nice and it melts really well. I like melty cheese that still has a cheese taste. So that's why I get this one. I got some smoked bacon. And then I got a nice big pack of chicken thighs to pop in our chicken pie. So I get these ones, because the ones that you can get that have already been deboned and deskinned are about £4.50 or £5. I think it was like £5.10 or something for a pack, which is not as much as you get in here. Obviously there's bones in this which add up to the weight, but once you know how to cut chicken off of the thigh and get the full chicken off of it without much being left on the bone, if any at all, it's actually a lot better to just get these. And there are so many videos online that teach you how to do it, so I just get that. I also fancied fish pie this week, so I thought, let's have a fish pie. And instead of getting a fish pie mix, which was £4 for the fish pie mix, which isn't actually that much, I got 2 packs of bassa fillets, 1 smoked and 1 unsmoked. And there's 2 fillets, I think, in each. It's quite thick. There's quite a lot of fish in there. It goes all the way over to here behind this thing, and they're quite thick. They're quite meaty. And we don't need a massive fish pie. There's only 2 of us. So I thought, well, I can use half of this one and half of this one, like 1 fillet of each, to make a fish pie, and then pop the other one in the freezer. Bam. Some ready rolled puff pastry, because I am a lazy bastard, and I suck at making puff pastry. I've tried before and I just need to practice. That's all I used to do, is just practice making it, but I'm not very good at making it at the moment, and it's just one of those things where I have to be in the mood to try and make it, and at the moment I'm just not in the mood, so can't scratch on the thing. And I also got some milk, so just to top up with milk. The thing with milk that at the moment, because I still have milk left, so I have this is my little drawer. Yes, I put my squash in the fridge, my undiluted squash in the fridge, but I still have this, and I've still got half a thing of milk. But the thing with milk is that you can freeze it, so if this doesn't go down dramatically in the next like day or so, then I can just put the second thing of milk that I've already got into the freezer. And I don't really use that much freezer space, and I'm trying to use more freezer space because I can get a lot more into my freezer. So I've already put a loaf of bread in my freezer that's been in my cupboard, and I got it probably about 4 days ago, and it's fine, it's not gone funny, but I'm just not using the bread as much as I normally would. And whereas in the past I would just kind of forget about it, now I'm, oh my gosh, what wind, now I'm conscious that it's there. So I've just popped it into the freezer. So if I don't use enough of this in the next few days, which I probably will, but if I don't, then I can just put the other one into the freezer to freeze. So that's actually everything that I need for this week. So I'm just going to show you what we've got. Ta-da! So we've got everything there. Everything's all in the cupboards. And on the shelves. I don't know what I'm saying in the cupboards. It's not in the cupboard, Ellie. So everything's in the drawers, in the shelf and everything. So that's literally all I'm going to need for the next few days. I'm literally only going to need the chicken. If I want and I don't use all of the chicken thighs, I can put the rest into the freezer, or I can use it in a different thing. So that is that. So now I've got everything in my fridge. The next thing that I'm going to do is go through my cupboards, my freezer and my random bits bags. So I've got 2 bags left. So the next thing that I've got, so I'm going to get this over here. Okay, the next thing that I have is I've got some of these stir-in sauces. They're granted 95p for a stir-in sauce, but these stay for a really long time in my cupboard. So these aren't going to go in a week. These are going to probably be here for the next few weeks. But they're just an easy thing to grab if I don't feel like making a pasta sauce. Sometimes I don't. A lot of the time I really enjoy cooking, and I love the process of cooking because it keeps me busy and it keeps my mind occupied, and it takes me off of those things if I'm having a really bad flare-up day. If I'm focusing all of my energy into cooking, it really distracts me from everything that I'm feeling. But sometimes I'm just not feeling that, and I really don't want to be standing up and cooking all day. So that's why I have these. So I've got a sweet pepper stir-in sauce, a char grilled vegetable, and then I have 2 tomato and basil ones. So just really generic pasta sauces that I can just chuck into pasta. I also have a pack of pasta as well. I got 2 tins of naturally sweet corn. Again, these are probably going to last me ages. 2 tins of baked beans. I'm the only one in my house at the moment that eats baked beans, so these will probably only last me 2 days. Because I'm the only one that eats them, I eat them all at once. Creamy tomato pasta bake sauce to make a tuna pasta bake, which is another one of my meals that I'm going to have this week, is a tuna pasta bake. And this thing is only like 85p or something ridiculous like that. I got some sugar. Now, I didn't know this until I went to Sainsbury's today. So I got a kilo of sugar, which is just the normal ones that you can get from Sainsbury's, and it was 75p. Fair trade granulated cane sugar, so fair trade sugar, is the same price, and it's fair trade. So I'm going to sack off the other sugar because it's not fair trade. Same price, same weight, everything, fair trade. 75p. So there you go. And a tin of, or a jar even, of green pesto. Can make anything with green pesto at the moment. It is top notch stuff. That's bag number 3. Number three. Bag number 3, done. Bag number 4 is the last couple of bits. So I got some chicken stock pots, just as the stock pot for my chicken pie. I got some steak cut chips. These again were only like £1 maybe, something like that. Bigger than my face. Something ridiculous. And these will go ham, egg and chips. If I want chips or anything else. We have freezer food days, so we'll just have something from the freezer, whether it be leftovers or whether it be like fish fingers or something. But steak chips, hanging 10 out of 10. Then I got 3 bags of crisps because I am fat. But I just got some Hula Hoops barbecue beef, original, and then McCoy's classics were on a dealio for 6. So I thought, yes, I'll get those. So I bought myself 2 things that I really enjoy. I say 2 things, but they're more than 2 things. But this is something that did rack up the price a bit. But you know. So I've got Take a Break, That's Life, the Take a Break Monthly, and Chat Magazine, because they come out every Thursday and they make me really happy. So they give me something to do when I'm off, and I also decided to treat myself. So at the moment, this is my favourite red wine. It's 19 Crimes. It's from southeastern Australia, and it tastes lush. It's also on a deal. I tend to only really get this when it's on a deal. I don't really drink that much anymore. I say anymore, I used to drink loads, but I don't really drink much anymore. So, you know, bottle of wine. I'm just going to pop all of this into the cupboard. I still have quite a lot of stuff in my cupboard too, so I'm going to show you what is still in my cupboard. So this is what's still in my cupboard. I've got all of my spices and things. That there is not a bowl of crap, it's oil I made. But this is what's left in my tin cupboard. So I've got loads of soup, so I went mad for soup at one point. But I also have these packs of like couscous, which is great. I had those last night. So I've got everything in there, so that's where everything's gonna go. And loads of ramen. We bought loads of ramen the other day from the shop. So I'm just gonna pop everything away and I'll see you in a minute. So all in all of that stuff all together cost me £57.31 from Sainsbury's. So I have all of it here, but I also like to see how many neck points I've got. So at the moment, every time I go, I'll always do Smart Shop because sometimes I forget to scan my neck card because it fell off my keys. I know I need to order a new one to go on my keys, but I always check to see how many points I have. So I've got £4.01 worth of points at the moment. And every single time I go to Sainsbury's, regardless of if it's for a big shop or whether it's literally just to pick up milk, I will always get my nectar points, because I like to save them for the end of the year, so that when we do a big shop or do a Christmas shop or anything like that, then I can use my points to take some money off a Christmas shop. So that is my little grocery haul today. It's not very exciting, granted, but that's everything that I got today and how much it cost me. That'll probably last us for this week, hopefully, and it'll give us enough meal ideas. Sometimes I have a little bit of a struggle when it comes to getting things for meal prep ideas, simply because I always prep what I'm having for the week. So I'll do a minimum of 4 days of meal ideas and what we're going to have for dinners. So this week is obviously chicken pie, ham, egg and chips, fish pie, and then we're going to have a takeaway night because it's once a week. We might treat ourselves to takeaway if we can afford it. So sometimes I struggle when it comes to certain things because I will get things and then they'll go off before I get them. So a lot of the time I'll do a shop, and then on those 3 days that I haven't done for the week, I'll plan ahead of what we can have, so that later on in the week, closer to the days that we're going to have those things, I can go out and get just the little bits that we need, which is usually just if we're having a meat dish, just the meat that we're having or the fish that we're having, so that it doesn't go funny and no one forgets to take it out of the freezer, because that's another thing. If we freeze it, most of the time we will forget to take it out of the freezer and defrost it, and then we're just a bit, lost. So that's it. That was my video on everything that I got from the shops today. I'm going to go and enjoy myself with